afternoon, class. Till yesterday we have completed that law of constant proportion, and on that basis two numericals we have done, and two three I have given for practice also. Hope you have done it, and there is no doubt at all. So let's start with the next topic, and that is law of multiple proportion. That third law, see, I'm just writing here, law of multiple proportion. What this says that multiple portions. Okay, so what it says that if one element is reacting with another element, it doesn't mean that always it will form the same compound. Like example, you can take that hydrogen and oxygen combine with each other, so it forms water. It doesn't mean that whenever the hydrogen and oxygen will combine with each other, it will form only water. Got it? But yes, if hydrogen and oxygen are reacting with each other in 1:8 ratio, then it will form water. But if another ratio we follow, it can form another compound also. Got it? So let me write first this law. According to this, if the two elements combine to form two or more compounds, the weight of one of the element which combine with a fixed weight of the other in these compounds have a simple whole number ratio by weight. Let me explain it, let me simplify it. In simple ways, you can say that the two elements can combine to form different compounds in different proportion. Got it? Whenever suppose that nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen oxygen. So if we are making NO, so nitrogen and oxygen ratio is, so what is the atomic weight of nitrogen? Yes, 14. And here it is 16. So what it will be? This will be 7:8 ratio, isn't it? Yes. If the same nitrogen and oxygen, and we are making this time N2O3. So what is this? This will be 28. Nitrogen is 28, isn't it? And this is 16. 3 is a 48. So what is the ratio right now? Tell me fast. If it is like 7, no, it is not divisible by 7. So it is divisible by 2 only. 14 is to 24. Next also it can do 7:12, isn't it? Okay. So this is that way. The ratio is 7:12. Another way, if you use this N2O5, suppose that. So there also the same nitrogen and oxygen are there, but the ratio is 28:16. 5 is 80. So what is the ratio here? It will be divided by, if we do 4, so it is 470, and this is 420, isn't it? So this is the ratio. So we can check that nitrogen and oxygen, the same element, if they combine in different ratio, 7:8 ratio, or 7:12 ratio, or 7:20 ratio, so they will form different compound. Got it? Can you see this? Isn't it? Okay. So this is the law of multiple proportion. So let's do numerical on this. Okay. So there is a question. A metal forms two oxides. Okay. The higher oxides contains 80% of metal. Clear? And 0.72 gram of the lower oxide gave 0.8 gram of higher oxide. Got it? This line is important. That means that कि जितना metal 0.72 ग्राम of lower oxide में है, उतना ही metal 0.8 gram of higher oxide में. It says this 0.72 gram of the lower oxide gave 0.8 gram of higher oxide. That means in both the metal amount is same. Got it? When oxidized, show that the data illustrate. If to prove this multiple proportion, what we have to do? We have to prove the ratio as a simple whole number ratio, isn't it? Okay, simple whole number ratio we have to prove. Clear? So see how to do. What you will do first, percentage of any metal. If you want to find, how to do? Weight of that metal upon total weight of that compound into 100. This is the formula. So this time what you have to do, you have to find the weight of metal. So weight of metal will be what? Metal will be percentage of metal, that is 80%. So let me directly write the formula answer value 80. Total weight of the compound is what it is? 0.8 gram. If in higher oxide, let me do higher oxide. Okay. So what is the weight of that compound? 0.8 gram, isn't it? Upon this 100, isn't it? So what it will be? Multiplied. This will be 0.64 gram of metal. Got it? So it means that 0.64 gram of metal is present in both the higher and lower oxides. Clear? Okay. So if metal, we got the weight of oxygen, find it. Weight of oxygen in higher oxide, that will be what? Assume 1. So 1 minus 0.6, total amount of that oxide is 1. So if we do find it, so what it will be? 0.8 is there, na? Sorry. This is 0.8 weight. Okay. So given, if nothing is given, then only we will assume 1. Here it is given 0.8, so we will do this. So what will be the answer here? Subtraction, this will be, yes, 0.16 gram. Clear? So now, since according to question, weight of metal will remain same as in higher oxide, as in weight of metal in lower oxide will remain same as in higher oxide, isn't it? So what it is? That is 0.64 gram. So find, so here weight of oxygen will be, what it will be? Total weight of lower oxide is 0.72, isn't it? So weight of oxygen will be 0.72 minus 0.64. So this is 0.08, isn't it? So now check that oxygen ratio is here. So the ratio of weight, अगर आप निकालोगे, the ratio of weight of oxygen which is combining, or which combine with a fixed amount of, see, metal is fixed over here 0.64, here also 0.64, isn't it? So fixed amount of metal के साथ the different weight of oxygen is going to react, so that we will find the ratio. The ratio of weight of oxygen which combines with same amount, or with the same or fixed, write down, fixed amount of metal. What is that fixed amount of metal? 0.64 gram, isn't it? In two oxides. So in the higher oxide, what it is? 0.16. Yes, 0.16, and in lower oxide it is 0.08. So what is the ratio? Find the ratio. It is 2:1. So simple whole number ratio, simple whole number ratio. So that proves it is what? It is illustrating the law of multiple proportion. Got it? I hope it is clear. If there is any doubt, you can ask this way of solving. Okay. Next question. So here's the second question, class. 2.66 gram of chloride of a metal when treated with silver nitrate solution gave 2.87 gram of silver chloride. In first case, what we are getting? Silver chloride, how much? 2.87 gram. Next, when 3.37 gram of another chloride, first chloride was 2.66, then we got this 2.87 silver chloride. Second, 3.37 gram of another chloride of the same metal. This gives 5.74 gram of the silver chloride. Are you getting? That means we are getting the silver chloride by two reactions. In one reaction, I am getting the silver chloride at 2.87 gram, and in next case, I am getting 5.74 gram. Isn't it clear? So it is said that you have to prove that law of multiple proportion. So in this case, it is not mentioned that one is fixed or something like that. So what you have to do, you will find accordingly, and you will find that one metal is constant while the another element जो भी होगा, that proportion is, that ratio is in this is in simple whole number ratio. Got it? So let's do how to. First, let me write the reaction. See, in both case we are preparing AgCl by what? How? Treated with chloride of metal, any chloride of metal. So I don't know that chloride of metal, so let it be MCl, isn't it? When treated with silver nitrate, AgNO3. So this is giving AgCl and here MnO3. So don't worry. This case is the same, reaction is in same both in case 1 and case 2. Okay, in first case, like this one is the reaction. If you will find the molecular mass of AgCl, so Ag is 108, molecular atomic mass 108, and chloride is 35.5. So total it will be 143. Yes, clear? So in first sample, if we talk about the first sample, or first case, whatever, we can see that this is this is 143.5 gram. Okay, 143.5 gram. That is that contains 35.5 gram of chlorine. Isn't it clear? This much AgCl is containing this. So what will this chloride, 2.87 silver chloride में कितना chlorine होगा? That we will find. I think it is clear. Let me repeat it again. In this 143.5 gram of AgCl, how much chlorine is there? 35.5. So in the first case, it is given 2.87 chloride gram of chloride we are getting. So you will find कि 2.87 gram silver chloride में कितना chlorine है. Okay, so let's do this. 143.5 gram of AgCl contains 35.5 gram of Cl, isn't it? So 2.87 gram of AgCl contain. Unitary method, apply the unitary method, it will be 35.5 divided by this number 143.5 into 2.87. Hope you all know this unitary method. You have done in class 8th. Yes? So solve it. I am using calculator, but as I said, you are supposed to use you have to do it manually. Got it? Yes. This is 0.71 gram. Clear? Now in this this much of chlorine is present in this gram. So find the weight of metal. Weight of metal will be in this. Okay, we are supposed to find the weight of metal over here. So total is 2.66 gram of silver chloride, isn't it? So minus 0.71, it will be 591. This much gram. Now to prove this law of multiple proportion, what we will see, in the next case also, the metal weight should be this. And then the chloride weight will be in the proportion. Let's check, okay? It is clear? Now, in second case, again the same thing, 143.5 gram of AgCl contains 35.5 gram of Cl. So this time second case is 3.37 gram of another chloride, isn't it? So that you have to find 3.37 gram of another chloride of the same metal gave 5.74 gram. So this is now silver chloride weight is this. 5.74 gram of silver chloride contains 35.5 divided by 143.5 into 5.74 gram of chloride. So solve it. Yes, it is 1.42 gram. Clear? Of chlorine. Yes. So find the metal weight here. So weight of metal in another chloride weight is total is 3.37 gram of another chloride, isn't it? This one. So 3.37 minus 1.42. Solve it. It should also come 1.95. 7, 2, 5, 13, 4, 9 and here 1. Yes. So the metal weight we got the same. Yes. Now what we have to find? The ratio of this chlorine should be in the proportion, in the simple whole number ratio. Got it? So we can say that we can write from the above calculation in we can see both in both sample weight of metal is fixed. What is that? 1.95 gram. So so the ratio of masses of chlorine we will find. Yes, what it will be? In first case it was 0.71 and in second case it is 1.42. So find the ratio. This will be what? 1:2, isn't it? It's a simple whole number ratio. So by this way we can say that as the ratio of another element that is chlorine is in simple whole number ratio. So we can say that this is illustrate the law of multiple proportion. Got it? So I think 2 questions are more than enough. Now 2, 3 I will give you to practice. Okay. So let's start the new topic. So okay, the next law is law of reciprocal. Okay. That is not in your NCERT. It's little extra. Reciprocal. What it says? Wait. See, law of reciprocal says that the ratio in which two elements combine separately with a fixed weight of third element. Are you getting it? Two elements that is combining separately with the third element is either the same or in the simple whole number multiple ratio. Whether it will be same exactly or it will be simple whole number ratio. Okay. How? Let's explain with this example. Okay, suppose that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen I am taking. So when this carbon and hydrogen combine with each other, it forms methane, isn't it? When this carbon and oxygen combines, it forms carbon dioxide. So that this hydrogen and oxygen can combine to form water. So here we can say that this is like same atom. Okay, carbon and oxygen are the two different elements. They are combining with the separately with this hydrogen. This is CH4 and this is H2O. Yes, so this ratio, whenever we will take the ratio of this compound, hydrogen and oxygen, that will be either same or it will be in the simple whole number ratio. How? Let's do it with an example. See that in methane, if we are talking about this methane, one by one we will go through. Okay, in methane if we talk, so carbon is 14, isn't it, and hydrogen is 4. Okay, so we can write 12 parts or gram, you can whatever that denotation you want to give, you can give. So 12 parts of weight of carbon combines with 4 parts of hydrogen, isn't it? Okay, so find if it will be 1 part, then kitna hoga? So it will be 4 upon 12 part of hydrogen. Okay, any doubt in this? Similarly, so 4 upon 12 we got. Now in carbon dioxide, find it. Okay, so carbon dioxide, again this is carbon and oxygen, so here it is 12 and here it is 32, isn't it? Okay, so we can write 12 parts of carbon combines with 32 parts of oxygen, isn't it, of oxygen. So find the 1 part of carbon should be 32 divided by 12 part of oxygen. So what it will be? 4 8 ja and 4 3 ja. So it will be 8 upon 3, isn't it? This is the ratio. Any problem? This is not same. So let's find another one in H2O. We'll see. Okay. So let's do that ratio of these two. We will take the ratio. So ratio of which one is same part, common part in this? Carbon. Okay. The ratio take it. So this will be 4 upon 12 and this will be 8 upon 3, isn't it? So what is the ratio as a whole? It is, tell me, can you? It will be 1:8, isn't it? Okay, solve it. So now if we talk about another one, like in H2O if we find, so what it will be? This is hydrogen and oxygen, so here we can say 2 and here it is 16. So 2 parts of hydrogen combines with 16 part of oxygen. Yes, so 1 part, what will be of hydrogen combines 16 upon 2. Yes, parts, let it be parts. Okay, parts of oxygen, isn't it? So what is here? This is, find it 1 second. Yes, 16 part. So hydrogen and oxygen, if we are talking about this is hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, so this is 8:1 for oxygen upon hydrogen. Yes, oxygen upon hydrogen. So if we have to find the hydrogen oxygen reciprocal should be same. Yes, or in what we say, in a fixed ratio. So if we do the reciprocal of this, so what we will get? 1:8. So we can see this. These two ratio are same, isn't it? 1:1. Got it? So here we can say that since the two ratios are the same, here it is same, okay. In some cases it may be a simple whole number ratio, so are the same, so we can say that this illustrate the law of reciprocal proportion. Reciprocal proportion. That can be done in very simple way also. No need to do all this thing. Let's check how to do. The simple way also we can do this. So like alternative way. It's like chalta firta type. Okay. So see, if we talk about the carbon and hydrogen, CH4. So carbon and hydrogen ratio will take, so what is this? Carbon 12 and hydrogen 4. So this is 3:1, isn't it? Similarly, if we find carbon and oxygen, carbon dioxide. So this is carbon and oxygen. So this will give you the ratio 12/32. That is 3/8, isn't it? Now you have to find the ratio in this for this H2O. Yes. So see, in this H2O, if we 1 second, if we find this for H2O, so H2O hydrogen we want in as a numerator, okay. So here hydrogen is in denominator. So what we will do? We will do the reverse of this. Are you getting what I am saying? Try to understand this. See, in this case, oxygen we want in denominator. So oxygen is, in which case the oxygen is as a denominator, this one. So let's take this first as a denominator I have taken, isn't it? CO upon oxygen. And hydrogen I want in numerator. And here it is, hydrogen is in denominator. So what we will do? We will do the reciprocal. अगर hydrogen हमें यहाँ पे numerator में चाहिए था और hydrogen यहाँ पे भी numerator में रहता, तो as it is ले लेते, reciprocal नहीं करते. But here hydrogen we want in numerator and here it is in denominator. So what we will do? Reciprocate it. So this is H upon C. Clear? So find it, write the ratio. C upon oxygen is 3:8. Yes. And this one is reciprocal 1:3. So what is this? 1:8 ratio. Now proof in hydrogen and oxygen. What is that? Hydrogen and oxygen are there. So if we talk about the hydrogen and oxygen ratio, hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 16. So what it is? 1:8. So we can see that these two values are same, isn't it? 1 second. These two values 1.8 and here it is 1:8 ratio, 1:8 ratio. The value are coming same. So that's why we can say that yes, it is illustrating the law of reciprocal. So the other way, either way you understand this, you can follow. Okay. Let's do one question based on multiple proportion. Okay. Hydrogen sulfide. In that case, we have just done the atomic mass form. Okay. Here it is percentage way given. Another question. So hydrogen sulfide H2S contains 94.11% of sulfur. Sulfur dioxide SO2 contains 50%. Like in this, hydrogen sulfide contains only 94.1%. So rest will be hydrogen, isn't it? Next is sulfur dioxide contains 50% oxygen. That means rest will be sulfur. And water contains 11.1% hydrogen. That means rest will be oxygen. Show that the result are in the agreement with the law of reciprocal proportion. So what? Very simple question. It seems it is vague, it is difficult, but actually it is not. So let's see. In H2S first, we will do H2S. Weight of sulfur is 94.11%. So weight of hydrogen will be, we know that it is in percentage. So that means the whole amount is of 100%. So 100 minus 94.11 you can do, isn't it? So it will be 11, 8, 9 here, and this is 5 point, isn't it? So you can say part or gram, whatever you want. Done. So you can write here 94.11 gram or part, whatever you want to say, you can write, of sulfur combines with 5.89 part of, if you have taken gram, so let me take the gram only, of hydrogen. So let's fix it. 1 gram, if we talk about 1 gram of sulfur, it combines with 5.89 divided by 94.11 gram of hydrogen, isn't it? So this is the ratio of sulfur and hydrogen, hydrogen and sulfur. What we got? 5.89 upon 94.11, isn't it? Now, in SO2, the weight of sulfur is 50. So obviously weight of oxygen will also be 50, isn't it? 50. So you can write 50 gram of sulfur combines with 50 gram of oxygen. So if it is 1 gram, then it will be 50 upon 50. That means 1. 1 is 1 over. So you can write the ratio of oxygen and sulfur is 1:1, isn't it? Okay. So now next is water. So in water, if you will find the ratio between these two, so in water H2O, yes, H we want in numerator, H is numerator over here, so we'll let it be. So H upon S and ratio, oxygen we want in denominator and oxygen is here numerator. So what you will do? Reciprocate. So this will be 1:1, oxygen upon sulfur. So that means the ratio is 5.89 upon 94.11 only. Is to 1 upon what? So that is same. Yes, this is the ratio. Now in H2O, if H2O will find weight of hydrogen is given, isn't it? Weight of hydrogen is 11.11. So weight of oxygen will be 100 minus 1.11. So what it will be? So this will be 89 and here it will be 88. Yes. So what will be the ratio of oxygen and hydrogen? This is, you can write in this way. If like 11.11 gram of hydrogen combines with 88.89 gram of oxygen. So let's take 1 gram of hydrogen will combine with 88.89 divided by 11.11. So this is the ratio of oxygen upon hydrogen. Yes. We want the ratio in this, what? H2O. So hydrogen upon oxygen. This is oxygen upon hydrogen ratio. Okay. But we want ratio of hydrogen is to oxygen. So reciprocated, it will be 11.11 upon 88.89. So now we have to take this ratio. Okay. So if we take this ratio, because it is not coming same, so this ratio, if either it should be same 1:1, okay, or it should be in the ratio of what? Simple whole number ratio. So fine, take the ratio. So take a ratio of each other. So what we will take? 5.89 divided by 94.11 and ratio 11.11 upon 88.89. So solve it. Okay, so this comes 0.0625 and solving this 0.1336. Okay, so now ratio of these two, it is 625, so it's almost 1:2 ratio. So what we got? The simple whole number ratio. Simple whole number ratio. So yes, suppose अगर ये ratio 1.18 आ जाता, 1 ratio 1.8 और 1 ratio 2.7. So it was not a whole number, so that's why illustrate nahi karta. But here we are getting full ratio, whole number, so that's why yes. So hence we can say that it is illustrating the law of reciprocal proportion. Clear? Reciprocal proportion. Okay. So one or two questions I will give you based on these two laws, that law of multiple proportion and law of reciprocal proportion. Hope it is clear. Try to understand properly. Okay, this is numerical. So, and these are the part which we are doing. Yesterday also we have done and today also we have done. So that is not very important. Okay, like it won't be asked in your paper and all that. So, but will be, you have to understand it. Okay. So try to understand it, because the first exam, the test, I can ask because I am teaching, so I can ask. So go through with this. Okay. Try to understand properly. If any doubt, you can ask. There is no problem. Okay. So next we will meet on next class. Till then, thank you, class.